get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been healing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric. Time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no.
Week 4 action in the EPSL, and as usual, we've got your modern-day Monarchs on the broadcast today, facing a new addition to the league in the Edna Karr Cougars. Modern Day, of course, coming off of that heartbreaking overtime loss to division rival St. John Bosco last week, and if that game showed us anything, it showed us more of the same. What we've been concerned about this team from the opening week, and that is the defensive side of the ball. They have a chance to improve here. You got a pretty good looking stat right there that shows you exactly where this team is at defensively, in the bottom of the league in every statistical category, among the bottom of the league in, at least on the defensive side of the ball. Have yet to record a turnover, so some changes likely to be seen this week from the Monarch defense, and it could not come soon enough for a team that has given up 33-plus points in every single game that they have played this year. Sean Bowe and the offense have been a bright spot, though. This offense is doing everything they can to keep their team in games. And a big part of the reason for the 2-1 start is Sean Bowe and Drew Barry also helping out on the ground. Kissling had a week 2 explosion, and you just would like to see them play a more complementary style of football with the defense. Defense going to have to record some stops. Sean Bowe overthrows a man. That one's intercepted. Looking for Forwick, too tall, and Edna Karr. Strong safety. Terry Vickers, a recipient of the poor throw from number 16, and that is his first interception of the year coming in week 4. Good read, poor execution. Sort of an unfortunate circumstance there on the opening drive for the Monarchs, and Edna Karr going to take over it with terrific field position. Cougars yet to win a game coming into this matchup at 0-3, and first chance for the defense. And they've been good to start games. I think in the first half, this defense has been solid, and they give you the impression that they're going to hold up very well, especially against the run game. And down the stretch, that just does not prove to be the case, especially in big spots. You know, on third down, we've seen so many third down conversions from opposing teams this year. And there's another one right there. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We've seen this defense force third down after third down after third down and just give them up, whether it's long or short. So two things that we're looking for out of the defense today, if you're a Modern Day fan, is turnover and getting off the field on third down. You want to talk about keys to the game. There are those right there. Nice tackle for loss there. The freshman defensive end, Pierce. His older brother, the junior defensive tackle, if that name sounds familiar. Nice job there on the first down run to record a tackle for loss, and he's been good on this defense. He's been a nice addition. Plenty of time here. Pierce actually caused the pressure. The throw is somehow finds a way to get it off to get all of that yardage back. Picks up 11 on what looked like a play that was over in the backfield, and this is more of the same from the Modern Day defense. We've seen this very consistently to start the year. Quarterback sneak to pick up the first down, and the Cougars drive continues. Somewhat difficult to, especially nice sack there from Roberson, and that is one thing they've done well, is record sacks on the quarterback through 4 weeks. But the big thing here is preventing the scoring. Downfield shot. That one almost intercepted by Johnson, and you would have loved to see him bring that one in the end zone. So 3rd and forever for the Cougars here. Big chance for Mater Dei to get off the field. Pressure coming, set up, screen pass. Williams gets out there. Nice job from the slot corner, who was sent on a blitz to get back out and record the stop there on 3rd down. Big play from the two-way receiver corner hybrid, and the Mater Dei interception not going to hurt too bad. So the defense gives up a couple of first downs, but finds a way to hold Edna Karr to just a field goal. And that is what you want to see from this Mater Dei defense that has been so beleaguered in the first couple weeks. They got away with it the first 2 weeks, opening the season at 2-0 against some of those maybe lower tier opponents. But when you have a defense that gives up 30 points to some of the lower tier, big return here from Kissling up to the 40. Sean Bowe's got to bounce back from that first drive interception, second play of the drive that he ended up missing an open receiver on, ended up going over the head of Forwick. If you're just tuning in, here's the first give to Drew Berry, and he has been electric with the ball in his hands. Look at the numbers last week, and this is a bad day for him, surprisingly. 17 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown in that duel with the Braves, where you saw the Bosco running back do some serious damage. Berry with some damage of his own on this run, takes it all the way down to the 30-yard line of Edna Karr. And this man has got to get his carries. Give him every opportunity with the football, especially, you start with the interception on your opening drive. You give it to him again here. Blocks just didn't get up to the second level. That is one thing we saw against Bosco a number of times. Those linebackers for St. John Bosco were just available to make plays. Sean Bowe pulls this one down and scrambles. They mark him short of the line to gain, as they so often do here when it comes to the Mater Dei spot of the football. He's going to get stopped, of course, on 3rd and 1. And that brings up a 4th and inches, likely the field goal team. We don't see this team go for it very much as I would like to see them go for it here. And how you don't pick up a yard on 3rd and got to have it, I don't know. Conservative approach from the Mater Dei coaching staff here as they opt for the field goal on 4th and inches. And we have a tie ball game at 3-3, so not a whole lot to write home about here so far in this first quarter, but these two teams still feeling each other out. Mater Dei at home has been somewhat suspect so far early on in this year, and obviously, you don't want to put too much weight on the first 3 games. A lot of these teams are still trying to find their identity on both sides of the ball, and Mater Dei no different. As much as we talk about the continuity of this roster, it is sort of like a process every single year of finding not just the right plays for your team, but also the right scheme and putting players in the best position to be successful. Mater Dei still trying to do that here as Sparks records that tackle to make it 3rd and short. They're going to say 3rd and 1 here, so yet another chance. Design quarterback run for Creed, and he picks up the first down. Big hit from Sparks there. He finds a way to hold on to the football. That could have been their first turnover of the year. But we will have to continue to wait. 3rd down seems to continue to be a problem for this Mater Dei defense. Fresh set of downs for Edna Karr. Handoff on 1st down. Going to move the chains once more. It's Vega on the 1st down carry. So past midfield now for Edna Karr, and of course, their first win obviously an important one to the team. Wide open in the middle of the field. Collected for a second consecutive first down. So nothing but first downs for the Cougars on this drive. You know, you start the season 0-3. You're playing against a very good modern-day team. A win like this could really turn your season around for the Cougars. Play action. Sack recorded, and the ball was forced out by Dean, but recovered by the Cougars. And another chance for the first turnover for the modern-day defense goes by the wayside. I've never seen a team so unlucky at recovering their own forced fumbles. Have yet to do it once this year. 2nd and 17. Over the middle, that one covered well by Jamison, and that makes it 3rd and long once more for the Cougars. Trips to the top side of the screen. Downfield shot for Edna Karr. This one broken up in the corner of the end zone by Jamison once again. Back-to-back pass breakups for the junior corner. And that will force a stop for the modern-day defense. So a nice job in this first quarter when, you know, you've been let down by your offense a little bit to respond well, but we've seen that. We saw that last week. And the Karr connects on another field goal, and the Cougars take a 3-point lead. So this defense has been good in the early going, and what you're looking for out of them is just some consistency and to limit the scoring. You want to get some 3 and outs. You want to have a drive for the opposing team end on their side of the field. And they have not done that this year. And if they have, it's been very few and far between. 3 weeks into the season, Drew Berry is already over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns as well. Empty set here on first down. No passing yards for Mater Dei in the first quarter. Sean Bowe surveying left side of the field. He's got Kissling wide open. Kissling's first target is a catch of 25 yards. And that'll take the Mater Dei offense across midfield. Downfield shot. He's got a man. It's Kissling again. Touchdown Monarchs. And they can do it that quickly. The senior receiver showing off the wheels there. And that's really, you love to see that. Just a 3-step drop. Your quarterback sets up to throw and drops it in the bucket to your number 1 target to take the lead back. And that's a statement right there. These two guys have connected a lot, Sean Bowe and Jacob Kissling, over their couple of years together. Kissling transferred in when he was just a sophomore. Sean Bowe, a freshman quarterback at the time, and now Kissling a senior, his final season with the Monarchs. Sean Bowe a junior. Certainly have built some chemistry over the years, and you can see it early this year. Kissling's 4th touchdown catch through 3 weeks. I want a big one there to retake the lead. So now a 4-point lead for Mater Dei, and this is nice tackle by Sparks there. This is exactly where you want to see the defense come alive. Another handoff on 2nd down, stop made by Williams. That will bring us to the end of the first quarter, and if this Monarch defense can just get off the field on 3rd down, this team is going to win a championship. You just can't help but feel like if they could, you know, even a mediocre defensive showing, this team is a force to be reckoned with. And it's not to say that they don't have playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. They have some outstanding defensive players. 3rd and 5. Creed under pressure immediately, and that was the strong safety, Caden Johnson, and a great time to dial up that pressure. The Mater Dei defense gets off the field here and starting to see this team come together a little bit more. Nice job there to get off the field on third down. Caden Johnson, the strong safety, records the sack, and that's a big one. Kissling gonna return this punt, coming off a touchdown catch last drive. So now the offense looking to continue what they have done so far this season, among the best in the league. Sort of a look at the modern day Dallas Cowboys that we're seeing here for Mater Dei. You just don't know what version of the team is gonna show up. You know, the offense is gonna put some points on the board. Shanbo on the run, connects with Kissling once again. And he seems unbothered by that interception he threw on the opening drive. Targeting Kissling there with two defenders on him. Finds a way to connect and moves the chains. 1st and 10, give to Barry. He cuts it back towards the middle of the field. He changes direction so well. One thing that stands out about his game to me is he can reverse the field so quickly, and he just makes guys miss. Such a tough guy to bring down. They give it to him again on 2nd and short. He picks it up, so now Mater Dei is staying ahead of schedule. Finding a little offensive rhythm. Tempo looking pretty good here early on, aside from that opening drive. I formation now on 1st down. Up the middle goes Barry, picks up 5. Seems like every time he gets his hands on the football, he's picking up at least 5, if not more. Shotgun set now, and a touchdown here definitely make you feel like this team's playing a little bit more together than they have in the past couple weeks. Barry, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Breaks 2 tackles on a play that was short of the line to gain, and he picks up an additional 8 yards there. He's so good at not going down on first contact. Tough guy to bring down, and he's showing it here against the Cougars. Picks up 9. Little screen time for the left tackle. Al Burdett with a big block on that play. Shout out to Trenches. Fullback dive to the end zone. Not something you see very often from Mater Dei. It's the backup tight end, Cole Cameron, who takes that one for 6. It looked like Edna Karr just not prepared for the fullback dive there, playing maybe for a different situation, but it does result in a Mater Dei touchdown, so an 11-point lead here over the Cougars. And it's hard not to, I know I say this, it feels like I say this every week, but it's hard not to feel like this is eerily similar to the way that Mater Dei has started every game this year. Certainly the first 2 weeks. Obviously they had to come back, fight back into overtime against St. John Bosco, but first 2 weeks we've seen this story. Mater Dei takes a commanding lead. The defense starts to give up some points in the second half, and then all of a sudden we've got a ball game down the stretch. You want to see the opposite of that today. Creed pulls it down. Pretty good blocks downfield, and he turns it up for pickup of 15 plus there. I don't know if that was a design run, but nobody could get off a block, and turns it into a 1st down for Edna Karr. Handoff on 2nd down. Sparks is there. He's been a tackling machine, as he was a season ago. Freshman Defensive Player of the Year finalist. Makes the tackle after a gain of 1. Now from the shotgun, it's Creed to throw over the middle, and that one is open and complete for a 1st down. Into Monarch territory, and just a nice job from Creed to stand in as the pocket was collapsing and deliver a catchable ball there. Fresh set of downs for the Cougars across midfield. Vega motions out, leaving Creed with an empty backfield. 1st and 10. Creed to throw, and he does connect underneath. Pickup of 6. Sparks was there on the tackle quickly. You'd love to see him just jump on that route a little bit sooner, a little bit more anticipation. I think that's the big thing that's been missing for pressure coming up the middle, and this is a screen. Really, really luckily called play there, and the blitz was coming in from Mater Dei. They had the perfect play call on, and now a run up the middle that's just absolutely wide open. Vega picks up another first down. So a pretty good series of plays for the Cougars here, and the Mater Dei defense trying to find some ground here that they can plant their feet in. RPO, nice job from Pierce to bat that ball down. The RPO was open. And it's small things like that. You know, if you can get a hand on a ball here, if you can get a tackle for loss there, it's small things like that that we just haven't seen this Mater Dei defense do. Out to the flat, and Sparks got caught in the wash there. Sort of looked like a pick route. I'm surprised there was no flag from the officials there. 3rd and short for the Cougars. Pressure coming. Creed gets rid of it. That's the 2nd time he's had a miracle ball, and they go for it on 4th and 2. We've seen this pretty often from opponents of the Monarchs. It's a read option, and this is going to score a touchdown. We've seen this so many times. Bryson Creed with a rushing touchdown to answer for Edna Karr, and Mater Dei defense, the Mater Dei offense might be the only team that doesn't go for it on the plus side of the 50. Every team that has played the Monarchs to this point has gone for it at least once on the plus side of the 50, and it pays off for the Cougars there. A nice drive from them to narrow the gap to 4. 17-13 coming up on halftime here. And you would be thankful if the Mater Dei defense can just keep the Cougars under 30 points. Back to work for Drew Barry, Sean Bowe, Jacob Kissling, and company. And ultimately, it is on your offense to keep that gap healthy. Barry doing his best. Already close to 100 yards in the first half, averaging over 10 yards per carry. Big run there. This guy he is among the best backs in the league. Not just running the football, but catching it out of the backfield as well. Certainly looking for the best year of his career. Quickly underneath to Forwick. We'll see where they spot him. They spot him short. I don't even need to say we'll see where they spot him, actually. If this is a Mater Dei football game, he is short. I promise you that. Here's a give to Barry to pick up the first down. He breaks a tackle, turns that into a gain of about 6 or 7. Now 1 yard shy of 100. And that's a pretty good total for a game, but we're talking about the first half here. They give it to him once more. Why not? He bounces this one out. It looked like a designed interior run. He gets the corner and turns this into a Mater Dei touchdown. What an amazing job. This is exactly what I referenced earlier. Reverses field. That was an inside run that he found. What great vision from the senior running back, and that is what sets him apart from so many other running backs in this league is the vision. He finds a way to get outside and turn that into a touchdown where that play would have gained maybe 3 yards. Drew Barry, over 100 yards already. I'd have to get his total for you, but here in the first half, a touchdown to go with it. Mater Dei retakes the 11-point advantage, and it is once again in the hands of the Mater Dei defense We have seen them play a little bit better here in this game. The first touchdown for Edna Karr given came just before half, excuse me. And now Warbles with a tackle for loss there on the first down run play. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So I'm encouraged as a modern day, if I'm a modern day football fan. As you all know, I'm just an impartial commentator, but if I am a fan of modern day football, I'm encouraged by what I've seen from the defense. Compared to weeks past, especially in the run game. Here's Creed to throw, and that one's almost intercepted. Mo Williams almost had modern day's first turnover of the year. That one dropped. We've seen a number of dropped picks from these defensive backs. One of them has to be caught. Creed to throw on 3rd and 12. Pulls it down. This has also hurt modern day, and it continues to hurt them there. Picks up a first down, and it didn't look like he had any intention of throwing that ball. Drive continues for the Cougars. On first down, Creed surveys out left, and that's a nice connection. Jamison was a step behind. Hurry up offense from Edna Karr as they look to score before half. They do get ball at half as well. Creed, no pressure, finds his man in the flat, and a wonderful gift of an animation to turn him up the field. Picks up 8. 2nd and 2. Now across midfield for Creed. Bryson Creed over the middle, and that one broken up by Jamison, his 3rd pass breakup of the game. Jamison is certainly tired of opposing defenses scoring 30 plus, or I'm sorry, opposing offenses scoring 30 plus. Empty set, Creed pulls it down instantly, and he's brought down. 4th and 3, Edna Karr likely to go for this, down 2 scores before half. Why not? And that time, Warbles did not allow the design quarterback run to pick up the first down. Modern Day not calling a timeout when they could have so much more time to run their offense before half. Edna Karr settles for a field goal, so the Cougars do get points before half. 30 seconds and 3 timeouts for the Monarchs. We'll see if they can get points before half as well. Now the lead is just 8 for Modern Day. Williams on the kickoff return. He takes it just shy of the 30-yard line, so 27 seconds and 3 timeouts. But the Modern Day defense, and I know the Cougars have scored 16 points in the first half. You're gonna say, how could you possibly be encouraged by what they've done, so far in this game? Nice completion to Williams there, the two-way player. Just shy of midfield. Timeout comes in for Modern Day, and I'll tell you why I'm a little bit encouraged once we get to the end of this half. Things moving so quickly here, you want to make sure that you have time to keep the viewers informed of the action. Trips to the top of the screen, wide side of the field. Palid's by himself, short side. Drew Barry motions out, empty set. Sean Bowe, 1st and 10, 20 seconds. Underneath, complete to Forwick. He's just shy of the line to gain, down to 17 seconds. Timeout taken after the gain of 8. Things moving quickly for both teams here. Just 1 timeout remaining for Modern Day. Just past midfield, so getting close. Need another big throw for field goal range. This one's dropped by Williams in the middle of the field, and we've seen him drop a ball or 2. We'll see if that one comes back to bite them. He had the catch earlier in this drive. Sean Bowe underneath to Barry, and I love this. He's got plenty of room. Now you take your timeout, you take that field goal. Nice job to turn this into points before half for Modern Day. They answer the Cougar field goal with a field goal attempt of their own, because I'm not going to say that this is 3 points until it goes through the uprights. Field goal attempt coming just before half here for Modern Day. It is up and connects. Nichols turns in the 3 points before half, so the lead remains 11 with Edna Karr receiving the second half kickoff. And the reason that I'm excited, or encouraged, I don't know if excited is a little far, encouraged by this first half defensive performance from Mater Dei. Pretty good effort there from the kick returner of the Cougars. But the reason I'm encouraged is they only gave up one touchdown, and as of late, that feels like a win. Mater Dei up 11 here at home against the 0-3 Cougars. But this second half is going to tell you all you need to know. About this team. So the Mater Dei defense has been better. Still allowed 16 points in the first half, most of those field goals, but one touchdown here. Creed connects with his tight end on first down. Quickly tackle made by Parks. Just a pickup of 2 yards on the play. And the Cougars with an opportunity, one-handed catch, sort of a highlight reel catch there on the fourth string corner. So obviously not the best coverage that Mater Dei has to offer, but third and very short. Big chance for Mater Dei. Creed jump throw, almost picked twice and dropped twice. We'll have to wait just a little bit longer for the first turnover of the year for Mater Dei. 2 drop picks in this one. I don't know if you count that one as 2 in one play, but
they'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Drew Berry closing in on 500 yards through 4 weeks, and it's just incredible what we've seen from him. A number of running backs really having spectacular years. They start the drive with a give to Berry. He picks up 4. You can make a living on that. And a little bit of traffic there. I don't know if Palids came down with that one. They'll say he did. So third and very short. Give is to Berry, and Berry might take this one all the way. Berry off to the races, no one even near him. A 3rd and 1 play turns into a huge touchdown run, and we are almost accustomed to seeing this from Drew Berry at this point. There's no one in the same zip code as Drew Berry right now. And he sure took that. You know, last week I think he felt outdueled by Seamus Duffy on the ground, the St. John Bosco running back, and I think he took that to heart this week. Edna Karr on the receiving end of it. 34-16, Berry's second touchdown of the game, and not sure about his yardage total. I will get that for you as soon as it's made available, but incredible job. And Mater Dei with a stop to open the third quarter. So it's looking like more of a complete team effort here so far in this second half. Obviously, small sample size, so we'll keep an eye on that. But signs of life on this defense. Here's a first down run that picks up 5 for Vega. We saw week 1 was sort of the Drew Berry show. We've seen that continue here. Pressure coming quickly from Roberson, and he knifes up the middle to record the sack. This Mater Dei defense changing things a little bit here this week, looking a lot better on the defensive side of the ball. 3rd and long for the Cougars. Screen play set up well. We'll see if he can get the line of gain.
catch, signaled for and taken. They'll take over.
So a nice job from the Mater Dei defense to force another stop. Here's a look at Drew Barry's numbers on the day. 208 yards on just 13 carries. 2 touchdowns as well. It's 16 yards a carry. Give it to him once again, and he is just eating this Cougar defense alive.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this one complete to the tight end, Palids. We haven't seen as much of him as we'd like to if you're a Mater Dei fan. So nice job by Palids to bring that one in, to elevate and bring that one in for the first down. A couple of tacklers converged on him there for Edna Karr, and a touchdown here. We might be looking at putting in the backups. Forwick motions over and back. A couple of motions on this play. Don't know what to make of that. Pass is complete to Williams for a gain of 5. So a lot of pre-snap movement for a small gain of 5. Here's Barry up the middle once again. Does he get home? He does. This is unreal what we're seeing from Drew Barry. 3rd touchdown of the game, his 2nd game of the year with a hat trick. He's just unreal. He already had 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now closer to 250 and 3 touchdowns. The rushing line for this young man is just obscene. Mater Dei takes a 41-16 lead, and we didn't see that a lot from Barry last week, so it's really good to see him get back to the point where he can just take a game over, and he has taken this one over completely. $25-point lead for Mater Dei, and a nice kick return there for the Cougars. So they're looking to, you just got to take it one drive at a time if you're Edna Karr, but obviously the run defense has not been there today for the Cougars. Creed hands off on first down. Vega no gain. Mater Dei defense doing a pretty nice job against the run today compared to a week ago, and the slot corner, Jacob Williams with a tackle for loss. We've seen that a few times this year. 3rd and long for the Cougars. Vega motions out. The defensive end goes with him, and you don't love that matchup if you're a defensive coordinator. Creed pulls it down. Does he have room? He does. That's been their best play so far today. Pretend to drop back to pass and have Creed go get the first down. Creed to throw once more. Nobody open. Couple of Mater Dei defenders giving chase. He does end up picking up 4. And here's another handoff up the middle. This tackle made by Dean. Dean having an outstanding year of his own. A couple of sacks. He's been able to get off some blocks here. 3rd and short for the Cougars on Mater Dei's side of the field. Vega motions out once more. Creed to throw on 3rd and short. Underneath complete. Williams trailing in coverage. Dupree with his 5th catch of the game, excuse me. That one for a fresh set of downs for Edna Karr. And one more time, Creed pretends to drop back to pass, pulls it down. This time Pierce is there to make the stop. 2nd and 8, just a pickup of 2, and we're not even into the 4th quarter yet. Mater Dei is up 25. Handoff to Vega, middle of the field. Nothing there. Small gain of 2, and the Mater Dei defense looking to hold up here on 3rd and 6. Watch the quarterback run. Creed lofts one to the corner of the end zone and nobody home. And you probably go for this if you're wearing an Edna Karr uniform. I don't know why you'd kick a field goal here, but down 25. It's pretty much touchdown or bust at this point, unless you really believe in your defense. Fourth field goal of the day for Edna Karr, and that is an improvement for this modern-day defense, certainly. 4 field goals, 1 touchdown. With the number of drives that have gone into field goal range, certainly an improvement for this modern-day defense. And now offensively, you're going to see a lot of this guy. My goodness, he's already closing in on 600 yards, 7 touchdowns. Just rushing, I believe he has at least 1, maybe 2 receiving. They give it to him again here. Carrying, shaking off defenders. You have got to be kidding me. Drew Barry down the sideline. This guy is on another planet. Into Edna Karr territory. Be surprised if they pass. Why throw when you have the best running back in the league? I don't even know how many yards he has at this point. Too many. Single game record level rushing performance so far. Kissling does a nice job holding on to that one, and I thought that ball was going to come out. The senior receiver held on, strong hands.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Fresh set of downs. Sean Bowe did a complete circle in the pocket before pulling this one down and running it himself. Absolutely absurd sequence of events from the junior quarterback there. That is the last play of the 3rd quarter, and not something that you want to see if you're an Edna Karr football fan. I don't know if I've ever seen a quarterback run in a complete circle and then get up the field for 6 yards. But that is the kind of day it's been for Mater Dei. Seemingly everything going their way. Up by 22 here, opening the 4th quarter, and within striking distance for another one. 2nd and 4. Sean Bowe looking to throw, and he's under pressure and sacked. The first sack for the Cougar defense today comes at a pretty opportune time there. It was 2nd and very manageable, now 3rd and long. Justin Pedroia going to get his own cutaway here, with his team down 22 points, but happy for that young man there. Modern Day offense going to have a chance on 3rd and 11. First thing that Edna Karr can celebrate defensively, and they do, it's a screen play to Barry, and he is going to pick up 3. Looked like a missed block there out on the perimeter. So a Modern Day field goal attempt here from Nichols, after Drew Barry took them onto the plus side of the 50. Nichols, the drippiest kicker in the league, some might say. That is what the kids are saying. On social media. So for the Cougars, likely going to move to 0-4 here today, barring Mater Dei leaving the stadium. First down run, it's Roberson to collect Vega after a gain of 2. Sparks getting in a fight with someone from the Edna Karr offensive line. Empty look here on 2nd and 8. Motion over. This one complete to the flat. Roberson followed him all the way over there. That is dedication to the man coverage. Loss of 1. 3rd and 9 now for the Cougars, and this defense has looked so much better through 3 quarters than we have seen through 3 games this year. 3rd and 9 for the Cougars. Screen play. Zaza Dean is there. We've been talking about him a little bit. He snuffed that one out right away. Great recognition from the junior defensive tackle. He was not fooled. Followed the lineman out there, recorded the tackle for loss. 4th and 11. The Cougars going to go for this here. Can they continue the drive? It's their favorite play. Creed pulls it down to run, and it works again. At this point, I'm 98% convinced that they're just pretending to pass so that Creed can run for a 1st down. Creed out left, double coverage, knocked away by Mo Williams. Nothing doing there. And for Mater Dei, looking to move to 3-1. Their loss to division rival. Nice tackle by Jacob Williams. Their loss to division rival St. John Bosco. Going to be an important one down the stretch, but there will be other opportunities for this Mater Dei team to play against some of the best in the league. And that is a lapse in coverage from the 4th string corner. And a Edna Karr touchdown. Their 2nd of the game in garbage time. But still close to 30 points given up now again for Mater Dei, but the majority of those are field goals, so I mean it does feel like improvement. Drew Berry on the day, 318, 3 touchdowns. I don't know what to make of that stat line, especially since they're going to continue feeding him the ball here. I mean, there's no way they start passing. Play action. As I say that, Sean Bowe rips one to Palids, who's wide open. Palids up the far sideline and just into chew clock mode now for Mater Dei. Read option. Bowe keeps it. Loses one. It looked like. It looked like that was poor read from the junior. So now 2nd and 11, and Sean Bowe with an empty backfield. He pulls this one down himself, calls his own number. We call that the Creed special. Let's get everybody out in an empty set, pretend to throw, and unless there's a spy, take off right up the middle. Sean Bowe doing his best Drew Berry impression right there, running into open space. Maybe not as directionally gifted. But still, you'll take wins any way that you can come by them in this league. Drew Berry gets another handoff here, and he's already gone for 320 yards today.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
3 touchdowns as well. Drew Berry going to motion out here. Empty set for Sean Bowe. Over the middle of the field, he finds, who is that? That's Forwick to set up 1st and goal. They're still throwing the football here. And I guess they figure we're only up 18. Wide side of the field's got trips. Head to play. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a read option. Sean Bowe's going to take this one in for the Mater Dei touchdown. We saw the read option earlier, and junior quarterback has his first rushing touchdown of the game. Rushing touchdowns, sort of a theme for this one. The Monarch offense absolutely exploding in this game for 51 points with 5 minutes left to go in the game. Likely going to see a lot of chew clock coming if they do get the ball back, but and outside of that busted coverage Just one touchdown allowed for the Monarch defense, much improved. This offense, Drew Berry and Sean Bowe have just been dynamite through 4 weeks. And this is a level of offensive production that we have never seen from Mater Dei. Here's Bryson Creed. We talk about the Creed special. He's closing in on 100 yards rushing. And if you're the Mater Dei defense, please, for the love of God, leave a quarterback spy. They do. It's Roberson. Creed launches downfield, and Mo Williams didn't even go up for the football. Big chance at an interception there. Luckily, Avery Curtis was able to knock that one away. 2nd and 10. Creed over the middle once more. Connects this time. Cougars looking for another garbage time touchdown. Creed pulls this one down. Pierce chases and stops him after a gain of 4. Pretty fortunate Pierce was there. 2nd and 6. Pass complete underneath. Catch and run down to the 30-yard line. And someone should probably tell the Mater Dei defense that they do have to play for 4 quarters. They put 3 great quarters together, and now here in the 4th quarter are just getting absolutely walked up and down the field. It's frustrating to watch, especially when they played so well. Pressure coming, and that's Orion Pierce Jr. with a sack there. A really well-timed blitz. That was Sparks came from his middle linebacker position, and Creed had absolutely no chance there to make it 3rd and 8. And these are still important downs for the Mater Dei defense. Creed just going to get rid of this one. Looked for a rushing lane, couldn't find one. So we'll see what they want to do on 4th and 8. 2.5 minutes left. They will go for it. 2 4th down conversions already in this game, looking to make it 3. Creed outright finds a man in the end zone. This Mater Dei defense has given up 2 touchdowns in 1 quarter. They gave up 1 touchdown for the previous 3 quarters. Too little too late for the Cougars, but again, now you can't say that this is a better defensive showing, even though it feels like it has been, because it's still 30-plus points. Kissling collects the onside kick attempt, and that's largely ceremonial. Down 18 here. Just before the 2-minute warning. This game's still going to go Mater Dei's way, and this guy is a big reason why. Almost 350 all-purpose yards on the day, but it shouldn't take that kind of performance for this team to win comfortably. They're going to give it to him once more, and my goodness, he is off to the races once again. I don't know what more there is to say. It just might be, we're going to have to take a look at the record books after this, because this is the single greatest running back performance I have ever witnessed. Drew Berry. We do have the most rushing yards in a single game. Drew Berry, the new record holder, at 366 rushing yards, sets a record in this game. And I don't know if this is just Edna Karr being terrible. I really don't know how to. That's a one-play 44-yard touchdown run for Drew Berry, his 4th of the day. a single game record for rushing yards. We're watching history here as Mater Dei closes in on 60 points of offense. And it makes this stat line from Malik Dupree seem pretty tame in comparison, and still, that's a great game for a receiver. 120 yards, 1 touchdown, but this is a historic game that we've witnessed today. This one overthrown by a mile, nobody home.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
The offenses this year in this league have been nothing short of extraordinary. And Bryson Creed has turned what was a very tough day into a pretty good-looking one statistically. And I think I'd be surprised if you didn't hear Barry's name in some MVP conversations if he continues this pace that he's on. Creed with another completion against the soft zone coverage of Mater Dei, and it doesn't look like it, but this Mater Dei defense has played better. I will continue to say that. A run play just out of the 2-minute warning. Gains 6. I think Edna Karr waving the white flag somewhat, but
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
maybe they just don't want to give the ball back to Drew Barry.
Gain of 6. And a first down.
And they do find a way to pick up a first down, so
Is a first down.
drive continues. Read option for Creed, who is absolutely leveled by Dalen Sparks.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Still no turnovers for this Mater Dei defense this year.
47-yard line.
Pass is complete underneath. Sparks records his 8th tackle. They're calling their timeout, so I don't know. Really just looking forward to the end of this one so that we can take a look at some stats. Here's 3rd and 1. Creed gives to the fullback, who's also run over by Dalen Sparks. They pick up a first down. I don't know what the goal is here. Johnny Knoxville, the fullback, picks that one up. Clock continues to run. Creed from the empty set find the receiver underneath, and this largely they take another timeout. And for some reason, and honestly, the defense still with some question marks. But you got to think, I mean, the way the game script went today, I'd say it's definitely improved. This might be a problem, though. Creed has had a number of successful runs against this defense.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Last play of the game is going to be a sack for Zaza Dean. The 6th of the game for the Mater Dei defense. The Monarchs putting up 58 points on the Cougars. Final of 58-33. Offensive explosion led by the senior running back, who is now also the single game record holder for rushing yards in a game at 366. We're going to take a look at some stats. Here was the bomb to Kissling, and that was about the only noteworthy throw of this game. The rest of the damage was done on the ground. But Kissling adds over 100 yards and a touchdown to his totals on the air. Nice throw from Creed here. Again, against that 4th corner for Mater Dei. It looked like he got beat in man coverage, and that was something that maybe the Mater Dei defense could have avoided. But here is the man of the hour, Drew Barry, seemingly running on air. I mean, look at that frame. There's absolutely no one even close to him. That was a 3rd and 1 rushing attempt there. Shout out to the offensive line. Shout out to this senior running back. We'll take a look at some stats before we get out of here. Modern day, pretty quiet day from Sean Bowe. Just 226, 1 touchdown, and the interception that was not entirely his fault. An overthrow that ended up being, well, I guess that is his fault. I'll give it to him. But this right here, 18 attempts. He's averaging 20 yards per carry in this game, 366 yards, a single game record, 4 touchdowns, 8 broken tackles, and this is, without a doubt, the best game from a running back I've ever seen. Sean Bowe with a rushing touchdown as well, 43 yards, but just absolutely video game numbers. Kissling 97 yards and a touchdown. Palid's also had 49 on 3 receptions, but they didn't throw the ball much. For the times that they did throw it, the targets were pretty well dispersed. Defensively, it's Dalen Sparks with 16 total tackles. Here are the other players helping out on the tackling side of things. Tackles for loss, Zaza Dean with a couple. Roberson helping out. 2 sacks for both of those guys. Pierce with 2 tackles for loss and a sack of his own. Caden Johnson with a big 3rd down sack as well. Warbles with a couple of tackles for loss. So defensively, the stats are much better. A couple of pass deflections for both defensive ends as well as a couple of defensive backs. So with that, we will leave you till next week. 58-33, your final. Drew Berry setting a single game record here in Santa Ana. Senior running back, the first to run for 366 yards in a game. We will see you next week.